Hello and welcome, my lovely Sagittarius. Sagittarius, your card in tarot is the Temperance card. It's the card where any two opposites can be brought into a single unified third. It is a merging of opposites. This is also the reunion card, or the coming back together card. It is the patience card, and it is the card of not having to let something go in your journey. It's a very, very good card. All right, me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling with unconditional love and gratitude. And that is why I thank you now, my lovely, lovely Sagittarius, for all your views, your likes, your subscribes. Please subscribe now if you haven't yet. Lots to come. The spirit messages, I hope they've resonated with you enough to actually fill your life up as much as it has for me as of late. All right, my lovely Saggies. What do we have this week? Well, we have the 11-11, November 11th portal. 11 is the master number. 11-11 is the wish time. It is the wish number. But what it really is linking us with our ascendant masters and our higher spiritual guides. They're trying to help us to evolve, to be masters of our own lives, our own ascendant masters for ourselves through this master manifestor number. After that, we have on the Tuesday, which is the perfect time to follow taking control of our lives day, to the Taurus full moon. The Taurus full moon is maternal and material. It's sensual and yet empathetic. It is strong-willed, strength, stability, focus for the bull, representing the Taurus. But it can be a little bit envious, agreeing with envy for a moon, because it's also about the Six of Pence. Six of Pence is the card of it is the card of extremes. It's a card in perfect balance. It is a give and take relationship. It is a fair contract. It is a fair relationship, but it's in perfect balance. Sometimes you give more, sometimes they give less. Sometimes they give less, sometimes you give more, and vice versa. But it is also the card in reverse of Svengali, or the stage mother, is the card of somebody who has their fans in your cookie jar, doing much too much for you that they shouldn't be, or influencing your lives in ways that they shouldn't be. During this time, we'll also be tempted to sell out. So remember, don't sell out, because this is the card of mastering your own life, taking care of your own energy, and finding a balance where you can have that give and take relationship. If you give too much for too long, it will drain you, by the way. So it's a full moon, so it's time to let go. It's time to purge. You need to let go of others' control of your lives, and not have your hand forced. People should be advising you, not pushing you in certain directions. You also want to not let the influence of others have you release things that you will regret letting go later on. If you do try and purge out things during the full moon under somebody else's control. Release that control over your lives. Also, I'm going to detail more of this in my weekly energy update tomorrow. But, and also check out the Mercury retrograde energy update from Monday last week. It was really good. We are still in Mercury retrograde. So reviewing things coming back, lovers coming back. That is that Temperance card. All right, so Saggies, this is your weekly intuitive energy and card reading for the week of November 11th through 17th, 2019. Remember, time is merely a pretense. These could be past, present, or future energies and or lessons. Not good look. Saggies, this is a general reading. Sun, moon, house, rising positions. Cross-watchers welcome, but it still will not apply to all. But do hang around for the messages that should resonate. Keep what resonates and leave out all the rest. I'm just going to ask Spirit what my Saggies need to know this week. And then I'm going to get some advice from Spirit using the Sun, Moon, and Tarot deck, and some love messages from the Archangel Bicycle deck. But this is the Steampunk deck. Let's see what we need to manifest, what we need to work on. This is a very big deck for manifestation. Well, I brought it out this week with the Master Manifestor number popping up Monday. All right. Whew. All right. One more card, please, for my Sagittarius. Four of Cups, the Hierophant in reverse, and the Devil in reverse. Four of Cups is Not just disappointment in love, not getting what you want in love. It's being pouty about it. To the point where you flipped upside down and are maybe even slightly depressed about it because all your cups empty out once this card is flipped over. And it possibly has something to do with traditional Taurus Hierophant kind of a relationship. It's just not working. And that's because maybe you've tried to stuff it into a box to make it fit. That's usually what the Hierophant is about, tradition and orthodoxy, and maybe you're going about it all the wrong way just because you're trying to use what's worked in the past or what seems to work for everybody else. It's not what's going to work for you. It never does. It'll give you some ideas. It'll probably set you in the right direction. But again, your path is going to be your path. It's never going to be straightly down the traditional path, especially paying attention to spirit messages. I also have the Devil card in reverse. This is the Capricorn card, but it's also the card about building a monster that has gotten out of control. And you need to put it down because otherwise it's just controlling your life. It's not doing you any favors. It's not benefiting you. You're just basically stuck in this monster caretaker relationship. Whatever that monster is in your life, it could be addiction, it could be sex addiction, drugs, shopping addiction, whatever it is, it's not good for you and you need to let it go. Could be a Capricorn and Taurus in your life not doing well that's making you miserable as well. But really what this tells me is you're trying to go the traditional path. You're trying to upright things in ways that everybody says is just good for everyone. And perhaps you have something that you do need to let go, this monster, but it's not working because you need to find your own path, Sagittarius. You can't just go the way that everyone else has gone before and expect unparalleled success and happiness specifically for you, even though you've gone on the path well-traveled. You will get well-traveled rewards, and maybe even some of those rewards might be so trodden over because everybody's been on that path that you don't even want them. So you need to move on from moving through life based on, what everyone says you should do. And it's hard. It's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. All right, I do have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And I dropped a card, of course, and the Three of Wands. Okay, you're not able to take care of yourself right now, first of all, which is probably your biggest frustration, even though you want to think about love and Hierophants and the devil. The devil might be draining you financially or energetically, but you're still waiting for those ships to come in, and you really can't be taking care of yourself right now. Nine of Pentacles in reverse tells me that you may even have a lot more people in your garden than you to take care of. You might have some responsibilities, but the money isn't coming in. The resources aren't there yet, but you still are responsible for it. It could be what's really upsetting you is that you're taking care of too many people. It's a typical theme in Sagittarius is Sagittarius tries. Just remember I said two can always become. There can always be a merging of opposites in Sagittarius card. But Sagittarius tries to take care of everyone. And sometimes they do too much. And that's usually when they fall out of balance. So you might just have too many people in your energy to take care of it. That's not news, though. We've seen it a few times. All right, let's see how this week might end up for you. The Five of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. All right, this is good. This is really good, Saggies, because this is you. You're going to speak up. Not just speak up, you're probably going to scream about it and bitch about it and whine about it just the right way that people hear you. And this Page of Pentacles is a message about money. And those ships are probably going to come in. But you're about to set up some boundaries and some arguing and some, hey, this is the way this is going to be. This could be a bonus coming in with the Ace of Pentacles, a payout, or just that first paycheck from that great new job. There are responsibilities and obligations that have to be done. Nobody's having a party. It's like people have their fingers on your success button results right here. Long before you even get them in. You're stressed about them coming in. It's like you're stressed about paying the mortgage, but people are thinking about buying a roller coaster behind your back as this money's coming in. Sorry. Supposedly coughing is supposed to be a spirit kind of trying to get us moving on. So basically this is, like I said, this is people trying to to take your success, jump on your success boat, and they're fighting over money that you don't even have yet, Sagittarius. And this is you. You're going to come and break this up and end this. They can fight amongst themselves all they want, but it doesn't matter. You know what you're going to do with that money. You've made your decision. You have a monster to destroy. You have happiness to build up. You have some tradition to put back in your life that you want. And it's probably for the holidays. It's probably for everybody that you're trying to do that even for. And they're still planning on buying sports cars and whatever's with that money. Saggies. All right, let's get advice from Spirit on what you need to do this week. Very quickly. All right, I guess that's it. I have the Wheel of Fortune. No surprise there. Spirit I told you something was coming in. Your ships are coming in. Finances are coming in. You may not feel it yet. Sometimes when the Wheel of Fortune first starts turning, some rust falls off. These poor little animals clinging here that represents so many aspects, the 4 aspects of the world, they're probably going to fall off too. But once this gets going, it's not going to hurt. It just looks bad at first. Usually the Wheel of Fortune, it feels like, it's like you get a flat tire, but then, some celebrity pulls up and changes your tire for you and then gives you a check for $1 million kind of thing because you were so sweet, or pays off your house because you gave them a ride when they were trapped in the rain. Something ridiculous like that happens. And yet, it's a good success for you. But like I said, people are moving in, are honing in on your success. A lot of reverse cards for you, my love, because you're out of sorts. I have the 2 of Cups, decision, love decision, the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yes, this feels like there's some truth coming in, because I also have the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Sun in reverse. This Wheel of Fortune change for you, it's not going to bring happiness right away for sure. It's why it came up when I pulled the Wheel of Fortune card to begin with. And what happens is there's some truth that has to hit, some truth and clarity, some choices that really have to be made. Whatever this success is, whatever this benefit or this plus that's coming into your life, it's not for everyone. You want to make it for everyone. You think you can make it for everyone, but it's not for everyone. And I don't even necessarily see it as dollars in your pocket that you can go buy those sports cars and roller coasters for everyone. It feels more like this is for your career, this is for your life. It could even be money that you need to put back in a business. I do feel that coming in. So it seems like other people are trying to oh, money's coming. It has nothing to do with you, buddies. And you need to make that very clear with this King of Swords. People are expecting you to make a decision with this 2 of Cups. And it's in reverse. They're expecting you to make a decision that benefits the connections all around you. You have to make a wise decision, or a very rational decision. This has nothing to do with how you love somebody or what you feel about them. It's what you need to do with your resources. First, what's best for you. And then, you can't be going out and buying roller coasters and sports cars for everybody before you pay the mortgage or pay the house off kind of thing. Or, I didn't necessarily pull the Hierophant card. I mean, the entrepreneurial card with the Jack of Diamonds. But with the Hierophant card and the Devil card, you're really trying to make this work for everyone when Spirit says, no, this is really for you. This is to ease up because you give so much to everybody else. It's supposed to be a breath of fresh air for you. Okay. Yeah. 5 of Hearts, no surprise there. A lot of work in love that needs to be done. 5 of Hearts can be disappointment in love, disappointment in the people around you, and how, these people love you, and you're like, why would you do this to me? Why would you try and, slam on to my resources? Ooh, double jokers. Back to back. Once you start doing the work of this, once you start having to work with this disappointment card in love, and then having to effort yourself with these jokers, these are like Fool cards. This is like, I'm doing this. I'm stepping out. But you're stepping out because you're taking away the pain. You do not want these swords in your life. And there's something you can do with these resources that can take away the 10 of Swords, can take away the burden, the painful burdens. 10 of Swords is painful. It's betrayal. It's very, very painful life. And you can take that away from almost everyone around you with your intentions with the resources, not everybody else's. You know, it's like when people get money at the end of the year, they're like, oh, we're going to have a great Christmas, when other people are thinking, oh, if we pay this off and this off and this off, we're going to have a great year and maybe 10 Christmases down the road. And it kind of has that feeling. And people, it's almost like trying to convince somebody to do the right thing, to put their money in the 401k instead of buying a hot rod. It has that feeling all over it, my loves. I have the Jack of Fire, which is the Jack of Clovers, which is getting that fire under your ass. You're going to have to assert yourself in this one. And this love message, the love message is here, Sagittarius, love message, it's still coming through. I still have the Jack of Swords here and the Three of Hearts. Okay. This just tells me this double Jack energy, there might be a little bit of a fight or an argument, especially with this spy card or this gathering information card or gossip card, which is the Jack of Swords, and then you being the Jack of Fire, working your butt off to get this done. There's going to be a reason to celebrate. And the reason there's going to be a reason to celebrate is because you're just going to do what you know is best for everyone, like you always do, Sagittarius. You're going to take people's advice. You're going to listen to what people say. But for the most part, you're going to do what's best for everyone, nonetheless, in the long term. And sometimes that means we're not going to have a great Christmas this year. But like I said, we may have a great Christmas for the next 10 years. Not because we're socking away that money, but because we're actually using our finances and our resources. It's that Six of Pentacles energy, that rotating energy, giving and receiving energy. If you are receiving things and you aren't giving back and paying those bills like you're supposed to, eventually the wheel is going to stop turning with that Six of Pentacles and you won't be receiving anymore. And you will have to give. It's kind of that energy, like just the smart money energy. But yeah, you're going to celebrate. It's not going to be what people thought it was going to be. But like I said, you might have some little childish squabbles with, try not to argue with your children about things like this. It is what it is. Six of Pentacles just popped up. That means pay attention to that Taurus full moon. It does matter to you. You're going to do the work you need to do. I have another 3 here. It's the threes, especially since the Three of Swords here. It's not cheating. Absolutely. This is not a standard love reading. But the threes do mean interference. It means that people are trying to, you know, the people you love and love to celebrate, they're trying to influence you in ways that they think is right. But remember, they can only influence you. Only allow influence, but don't allow control and manipulation here for somebody out. Same thing with this. This is a work card. That's something you're working on for the whole, for the spirit, for your entire soul with those wands. King of Hearts. You are not a hearts card, but what you are, it sounds like, is a parent or somebody responsible for a family. This is the father-mother card. Don't get hooked up on the genders. You're thinking long-term for the family, for the children, for people you're responsible for. King of Hearts is somebody who's responsible for somebody else, and they move from love. Not spoiling them, but from love. And getting that Six of Pentacles energy going so that nobody's actually left behind. Again, there won't be roller coasters under the Christmas tree. Not that that's a good idea anyway. Or sports cars or what have you in the driveway Christmas morning with a big fancy bow on it. But you will celebrate. You will be able to work through this. You will enjoy. People are going to be disappointed. Let them be disappointed, because let them understand this is how real life works. You don't get fancy toys just because a little extra money came in. It doesn't always work that way. Sometimes we have some catching up to do. Sometimes we have some squirreling away to do. That's all it is. But it's going to work. It's going to be what you planned on. Hang in there. Hold your guns. You're going to be fine, Sagittarius. And you're going to have a pretty good Christmas, actually. Not a roller coaster into the tree Christmas, but a good Christmas. All right, loves, thank you for sharing your energy with me. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, tip or donate if the spirit moves you. Book a personal reading or connect with me individually through my email. That's qclovers1111@gmail.com. And have a great week, my lovely Sagittarius.